Hi everyone, howdy doody. Um, just coming on today just to have a little relax and hopefully someone will come on and chat to me. Um, Heaven knows if they will or not. Um, it's been a mad busy week on the YouTube streets, as it's called. I don't know. Oh, everybody must be having queer summer feelings because everyone's hopping from one topic to the next topic to another topic. I don't know where I am. And then you have Johnny Depp doing crazy stuff, and that's all mad, really. Um, so I decided to come on today to relax, and uh, that's it, really. I can't really think of what else I'm going to do. Hopefully, chat. Um, Hi, Shmita. Hi, Jen Lou. Enjoy your shower. Um, yeah, just being crazy. And I said the other day I would bring ye when I'm going walking. That hasn't happened because I could barely get out in the rain myself. Never mind take my phone out to bring you walking in the rain. And so I've been doing things inside the house and that sort of stuff. I was meant to go shopping today, but I didn't, obviously, because I'm at home. Um, Went to lunch the other day with my Nigel and his girlfriend, my grandson, and my partner. We all had lovely dinner the other day. Didn't tell anybody about that either. um, yeah, it was lovely. So I did kind of relax and decompress and took time for myself, which I needed. Because not only on the YouTubes is everybody gone. I don't know. Is it? Oh, geez, I can't even think of my own star sign is Cancer, and for the life of me right now, I can't think of this time of the month's star sign. What sort of a? Oh my god! But maybe that's what happened to people, that they just went all a little bit cray over the last couple of weeks. Um, because Gemini. Um, yeah, it must be the star signs. Don't know, but everybody's been mad. Foodie Beauty has been up and down, backward, forward. I don't know what she's at. I don't even think she knows what she's at. And one minute she's moving into Montreal, the next minute she's not moving out at all of the villa and she's kicking Pete's out and she's not moving in with Nader. However, I do feel myself that she's not moving in with Nader into the new apartment because she's got bad credit. So what she's doing is getting Pete's to move out into his own apartment so as Nader can move into her apartment with her. I don't think it's going to work. Also, I'm glad they didn't get that other apartment in Montreal because it was a one, it was a studio apartment, and the way she keeps that two-bedroomed townhouse thing, that's what we'd call it, a townhouse. How she keeps it would be is like, ugh. So could you imagine her in a one bedroom, well, in a studio apartment? It would be a box mountain. There wouldn't be just little box mountains all around the place. It would be a full box mountain. So I'm assuming Nadir would say no, because he's kind of a little bit more hygienic than she is. So I'm thinking he would not go for that. And she wouldn't go for it either because the last couple of streams they've done together, I've noticed him limiting her food intake. So she's kind of eyeing the food. Like they got a happy meal between them the other day. Like, come on. Even a child would eat 2 or 3 happy meals. So could you imagine? them sharing a Happy Meal. Anyway, so that's my take on it, that she's kicking out Pete's because she wants Nadir to move into her apartment, and I can't see him moving in there. Anyway, it's all going to go tits up, just like it always does. Then what else was I trying to keep up with this week? I couldn't do the drama. Everybody that knows me, you two girls know me, you know, if I'm up in hydro in my own head already, I can't do the drama because I can't do the shouting and I can't do the screaming. So I haven't been near any of them. And it's only when I get little kind of gossipy chats that I know what's going on there. And I prefer to be out of it. Even here at home, I prefer to be out of the drama. Even when I had friends, that sounds awful. But even like my friends, if they were having a barney with each other, I'd be like, I'm staying out of this. Go off with yourselves. So that's why I can't do drama. It gives me bad juju, and even though it can be funny, it's like, nah, can't be dealing with it. Off with you. So what have I been doing? Listening to Foodie Beauty, doing up the bits and pieces for my granddaughter's new furniture, to putting away her clothes and making her things all nice and pretty for her coming home today. I have been... Do you know what? I've been looking for a pair of shoes. Now, I don't mean in a shop. I mean in the house. My daughter bought the granddaughter a pair of shoes about 1.5 years ago, but they were too big on her, and I put them away. It's a 4-bedroom house, so it's not as if I live in Buckingham Palace and I can't find them, but by fuck can I not find them. I cannot find them. I've searched high and low, inside, outside. I can't find them. And they're little Skechers twinkle toes, and they should fit her about now. And normally I can tell other people, yeah, such and such is in such and such a place, but I could never do it for myself because I doubt myself, you see. So I can't find the bloody things. And they're expensive over here. I don't know how much they are over in the States, but they're bloody expensive runners here. Skechers for children and adults are quite expensive here. So she paid quite a few euro for them, in fairness to her. Can't find them. So my son bought her a pair exactly the same. Well, her daddy got her a pair exactly the same as her auntie had got. So hopefully, if auntie comes up, she'll see them on her and she'll say, "Oh, they're going in there. Yeah, they're those. Yeah, lovely. Are they beautiful on her? Yeah, lovely. Yeah." And she'll believe us. So unless she watches this live, but my kids don't watch my YouTube. I'm not like, awesome. I'm so like last year, Samantha, do what you're doing. What are you like, mother? You are so like whatever. No, they really don't talk like that, but they kind of come across that way to me because I'm like a wood. So yeah, been looking for those runners. Twinkle toes. Anyway, and what else have I been doing? Went for lunch with the son the other day. That's it, really. I was going to put the camera on today. Guys, I'm talking awful rubbish, but I just want to get it all out. I need to get it all out of my system. I was going to put the camera on today for facial expressions, because sometimes they can be really weird and quite funny. When I look at myself again, I'm like, oh my god, did I really pull that face? But I looked at myself before I came on, when it said testing the camera and the mic. I looked at myself and I was like, holy be Jesus, you need foundation today, woman. go back up to your room and put on a bit of slap on yourself. And I was like, no, too much butter right now, because I'm going to go and talk to the girls, and then I'm going to go for a walk. So I'd be just sweating it down. There'd be foundation down on my boobies and everything. So it was like, no. Um, Although the girls aren't talking back. Are you live out there? I'm sure you are. What else? I watched old movies as well this week. And actually, the kids are probably, I am so like last year, because I was in stitches at a couple of movies. One was, don't know what they were called. Haven't a clue what they were called now, to be honest. No, and I run wrecked my head to try and remember what they were called, because they were two good, funny, really um, girly movies, and I split myself laughing at them. I thought they were the business. I really enjoyed them. So I told the girls to watch them, and they're like, "Nah, they were like 5-year-olds. We seen them years ago." I was like, "No, I'm gonna see them now." And they're like, "Yeah, they were out years ago." So yeah, I'm old. Although you could say I'm young, and I'm only trying to catch up with them, because they're old because they've seen them all already. Yeah, year old. You're all old in your 20s, so old people. Hey girl, I'm young. I'm only seeing these movies now. Hey girl. So yeah, they wouldn't believe that either. So I'm going to go shopping. Yeah, I really need to. I have to do up my youngest lad's bedroom. So take up the carpet, buy him a new bed, blah 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 blah, do the whole shebang. Um, I think we need to get a tank as well, a bigger tank for the snake, because Shin is getting very bold. Oh, he's very bold, getting awfully bold. Although it's so funny when you see him, because he's got such a tiny little head, longest body I've ever seen ever. Well, I've never really seen snakes, so I don't know, but this seems like a really, really long body. But he's got one tiny little corn snake head, like like the size of the top of your pointer finger, even smaller maybe. And he nudges the door of the, not the cage, the glass. Oh, I can't remember what you call it. The glass at the front of his cage, whatever. I don't know what. There's a fancy name. I know there's a fancy name, but I'm not so fancy, so I can't remember it. But yeah, he nudges his head off the glass, and a couple of times he nearly got out. And I could imagine, I don't know what would happen though, because you'd have Nugget, and Nugget actually has toy snakes around the house, like, and she makes bits of the snake toys, and but I think if the real snake got out, I think she'd be terrified of him. So I think he would probably eat the dog, or the dog think it was one of her toys, and start throwing it around and in her mouth and catching it and stuff. I don't know what would happen. It would be a mess, I think. But yeah, he needs a bigger cagey thing, because he's nearly trying to get out of his one he has already. He's headbutting the door to nudge it apart. So I need to do that. I need to do up his room fairly soon. I need to go shopping for all that sort of stuff. Like new bedding and new stuff, new bed, new flooring, new everything. Just because it's nice fun. Yeah, and then do the other son's bedroom. And I think the granddaughter still wants to sleep in the cot in her daddy, so do up the room for them. as well. So yeah, that's my plan for the next couple of weeks. The POA for the next couple of weeks. Um, have I anything else to talk about? I don't really think so. I think I've got it all out of my chest. Um, yeah, the walking didn't really work very well. Um, because my heart was starting to hop out of my chest. After a little bit, and even when I was doing the rooms, like, hold on. All right. Okay. Um, yeah, even when I was putting away the clothes, that even had the blood hopping around my chest, and I'd have to take breaks and stuff. Wait, now hold on. I'm just opening a drink because I have medication. Probably forgot to take this morning. Yeah, so I think maybe I have to go even slower than what I thought I had to go. In reality, I shouldn't be really trying any of this stuff. The last time I was up with the specialist, when he told me I had to get the other eye done, he even warned me, "I cement shoes." He even told me not to bend over. That sounds crass, but you know what I mean. Because the blood vessels pop and everything like that. So yeah, I have to take it a little bit slower than I even thought. So that was frustrating. Um, Wanting to say cement shoes. What would you like to talk about today? Bearing in mind that I know what you mean, and I have some sort of an idea. Um, I just wanted to come on and chat. Poor Alf Schmida. And Jen Lou. God love you there, girl. Am I depressing you yet? I feel like I am. um, so, anyway, I was thinking I have to get up earlier to beat the people on YouTube because of the time difference. So, if I get up earlier and do an actual live stream with actual content, like stuff that I can do and what I am doing, and maybe meditation and other bits and jobs. If I do my stuff first, conspiracy theories. Well, now there's plenty of them going around at the minute. But if I come on Irish time and get my business out, then I can just relax and binge watch everybody else that I've missed over the night. Because that's what I end up doing. I've missed everybody overnight, so I have to try and catch up with them during the day. And then when I've caught up with them during the day, it's bedtime for me again. So, yeah, I have to go back to sleep then. So I end up doing nothing. And even last night, I said to myself in bed, like I did my makeup stuff and my Facebook algorithm crap and all that sort of stuff last night. Like I do that every day to keep the algorithm up. So as people are coming into my angel reading page for their cards and stuff, or if I've done a live or whatever, and I have nearly 2,000 followers on the angel page on Facebook. And this is something that's kind of saying to me, what the heck is going on, girls? Like, because I post up my YouTube channel and say this is where I've posted my reading today, blah blah blah, whatever, and I'm like, okay, there's nearly 2,000 people here. Surely I'll get the 6 I need to hit 300 even just the 6 to hit 300. No, they watch it, but they don't subscribe. Thanks, girls. That's brilliant. But yeah, there is a lot of people. I seem to gather more people on Facebook because I do it face to face than I do on YouTube. But then again, YouTube is it's so fickle with people. Do you know? If you're not a genre, which I'm not kind of really, um, you kind of get lost in the cracks, really. You have to be you have to be either drama, you have to be either true crime, either a whole ass mess. But when you're a mixture of it all, you get nowhere. But anyway, conspiracy theories. What one am I? What? Yeah. I haven't really looked into any. As I said, oh geez, cement shoes. I'm so far behind everything conspiracy wise. I do listen to a channel at night time, but because I'm so tired, I'm actually starting to fall asleep. And it's not a channel; it's a website, and uploading on the website, and they do it on Facebook, and I might go and listen to them on Facebook because they've been getting awfully badly shadow banned the last couple of weeks. So it's really hard to listen to them because they're in and out a lot. But since Foodie Beauty, I've just, because she's such a car crash every day, I'm like, I watch her because it's like, at least my life is okay. I'm not doing too badly. It's that kind of a thing with relationship between me and Foodie. Yeah, she makes me feel good about myself. But she's taken a lot of my time. So I haven't really conspiracy theoried a lot. But I have my the first one that got me, there's always the first one, isn't there? The first one that got me was Jean Bonnet. So the fact that actually there's a conspiracy theory in this conspiracy theory because right, first of all, I watched Dr. Phil when the brother was being interviewed, and hand on heart, I could swore Dr. Phil said his father had just passed away. That Patsy had passed however many years ago, and the father had just passed away, and the son had come to talk and give his side of the his side of the story. I'm sure you know the one where he's kind of smirking, and I think I going along with my conspiracy theories about the whole story. He was smiling and that it was nervousness that day because it was the first day that he went public anything. But I could have swore that Dr. Phillips said that father, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm in the middle of a Mandela effect. Mandela, the Mandela effect, because was it reality that the father was dead, or was it reality that the father wasn't dead? Oh my god, my head was wrecked over that for a long time. But actually, not for a long time, for a few weeks because of the father talking at CrimeCon. So the father talking at CrimeCon, bringing back up the story again, and all the stories about missing children all of a sudden, and John Bonet had gone missing, and like I thought there's something funny about the whole lot, because why would he speak at CrimeCon? You know, at the time they were very forward and everything. with what they wanted to say. Well, they were and they weren't, but I just thought it was a weird timing to come out and start talking again about what happened to John Bonet and what happened that morning, and it's been a crime that has never been um, solved. And I just thought that was really weird. So that's my conspiracy theory that I'm looking into at the moment. Like, what is going on around all the missing children, all the harmed children? Why did he come out when there's so many stories going around that about who took her, what happened to her, whether she's still alive or not, whether she's a famous singer or not. Like, there's so much that I can take, but I can't even take that one. And, you know, like, that's even too far fetched for me. Although, you never know, do you? But yeah, no. Oh, it's creepy as hell. Oh my God, creepy as all hell. That the brother done something with the train tracks, or that a train toy, because she took his pineapple, to the older brother coming and hurting her because the father hadn't given him his Christmas. I don't know what you'd call it. I've the word bonus in my head, but at Christmas he'd give the son and daughter um extra money, extra from the yearly, and it wouldn't be inheritance because the father wasn't dead. But anyway, you know the story, so you know what I'm talking about. So he came and hurt her because of that, and left the note, and that's how, because he knew the exact amount of money, and that's how the exact amount of money was on the piece of paper, because he knew what the father was after getting, and he didn't give him his money that he was owed for, not owed, but that should have been given to him that year, and blah 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 blah. Other story where they went to that party, and Santa had told her that he'd meet her later on and have a special present for her, and that's that side of the story. The other side of the story about the party, where she was supposed to have said to one of the other little girls, "Oh, the party's nearly over now. I have to go to work." And that the father had brought her to a house across the road from their house, where there was elites and having parties, and there were, yeah. So she was hurt there, and put in the basement after that happened, which is kind of a similar story to what was said about Madeleine McCann as well. So they're all similar stories, but like, when MSM and other things get together, their stories kind of are bloody similar, and their narratives never really changed. It's always pushing the same agenda, like, and to confuse you, they give you like hundreds and hundreds of different stories. So yeah, me and John Bonet are back again. But she was the first, because when she passed away, or when she was kidnapped, or when she was whatever, um, I would have been putting my daughters into they're not called pageants here. Well, they weren't then. There were baby shows. So you'd go to your baby show in whatever town, and there'd be a horse show, and there'd be food and drinks, and you'd have all your fancy party thing going on. You'd have little party things for kids. You'd have music on a stage for the adults. So there'd be dog shows and all sorts of those. So it'd be a beautiful baby um, prize tent, and you'd bring your babies, and they'd be all dressed up, all pretty and cute and lovely. Not to the extreme of pageant children, not to that extreme at all. You just have them in their Sunday best. And my two girls, you would have run away with them. They had blonde Shirley Temple curls, big brown. Well, one had big brown eyes, the other one has big green eyes, and even today they are absolutely beautiful, stunning young girls. But back then, as babies, oh, they were so cute. So I would have been putting them into the beautiful baby contests, and they would have been winning. Like, I actually got told a couple of times, we kind of want to pick your daughter, but we can't because we've picked her before. And I was like, that's kind of not fair. Like, if she's won, she should win. But that was probably just the mother in me. It was only fair to let other babies get the prize too. But anyway, um, so yeah, so that's why it kind of resonated with me. Because I was like a Patsy Ramsey. Not really. I was the Patsy Ramsey of Ireland, which is kind of not really anything at all because, well, you know yourself. Um. So yeah. So I'm trying to find out what's going on with him, and speaking about missing children all of a sudden, and being at crime con and all that. So that's pretty much the only conspiracy theory I'm chatting or not chatting about. This is the first time I've chatted about it, but that's the first one I've really been looking at in a long while actually. Um, I I have a notebook upstairs, and actually the few things that you've told me, cement shoes, are actually in the notebook too. But everything I think about, oh yeah, I must look that up, and I must look that up, and I must look that up. I have a notebook full of I must look that up upstairs, but keep getting sidetracked on the YouTubes. It kind of suckers you in, doesn't it? It's like you go to do one thing and you end up on a completely weird channel. Coin pushers. Coin pushers are a disaster for me when I'm getting tired, because if I put on the coin pushers, I'm not looking at the gambling, but the noise of the coins falling, it's like raindrops, and I fall asleep to it. And then you have the soft banter of whoever's doing the coin pushing, and I know they're fake. I know they are. So yeah, I know they're fake. That the people own the coin pushers and they're putting in their own money, and they buy the chips off Amazon to put into the. Yeah, I know all that. But it's the sound of the coins falling that make me sleepy. But yeah, YouTube does really sucker you in when you have stuff to do and you just need to get things done. So, um, who else did I want to look into? I've myself wound in bits about Madeleine McCann, so I don't think I can go down any rabbit holes with that I haven't gone down already. Um, I've gone down the rabbit hole, built a little house for myself down there, and come back out again. Um, yeah, I have to actually look for stuff, and even the girls say, "Oh, we must do this case next," and I'm write that down. Must look into that to help the girls do something. So, oh, beauties after eating their fourth meal today. Okay, must watch. Um, so yeah, I need to kind of maybe block myself off foodie beauty so as I get stuff done. Oh damn! I'm eating my lunch now. I'm after talking about foodie beauty, huh? Bit ironic. I'm eating my own lunch. What time is it? Oh, I should be eating my dinner. Yeah, I'm after spilling some on myself. So I'm a true foodie beauty today. I'm a true fan. Spilling my food on myself. Oh, like Egyptian stuff and um oh, let's go mad. The ancient civilizations of where aliens and everything like that were drawn on, and lizard people and all that sort of stuff were drawn on rocks and stuff. that stuff. No, before architecture. Yeah, I do too. We kind of like the Cleopatra era. Sorry, talking to my partner there. Uh, no, I don't either. But the depictions that would have been drawn into the stone in the caves would have looked very lizard-like. Um, oh God, do you know when you have like 1,100 tabs in your head and you're thinking of all the pictures that you've seen in the last couple of years or the last few decades, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that one, I remember that one, and I'm here picturing um, a really tall Egyptian lizard-like person with a bag and um, not a handbag, like a sacky kind of thing, and myself and a friend of mine, um, we just took the picture. Do you know what? I actually think they probably were, because everybody was stoned on something back then, but they didn't really know that it was illegal. Well, it's only illegal now because the pharmaceutical companies wanted to be illegal. But yeah, back then, like, you couldn't drink the water, so even children were getting absolutely lucified with alcohol because they were thirsty and they couldn't drink the water, and the only thing that was pure was wine and stuff. So you'd have drunken little children going all around the place and everything. Um, where was I with the little person? Yeah, the two of us would find a picture and we would decode and look into the picture and see what the different symbolisms of the picture was. Like, the little bag was when you looked into what the bag was used for back then, it was the seed of life, and um the people, I'll call them people because I won't call them lizard people. The person that was painted or drawn onto the stone was had a bag of seeds, and that they would throw the seeds on the ground to uh, fertilize at certain times of year and good harvest and good growth. What else we find out? Oh, there'd be loads of symbolisms in the drawings, and the things that we dug up from those photographs from the ancient civilizations was crazy. But it was all good stuff. Thank you. Now, where the lizard people came from. Um, the fact that they called themselves blue bloods, and thank you. Thank you. Um, yeah, they would because of the 13 bloodlines, they would call themselves blue bloods and true bloodline people. And then they'd say that they're the blue blood of reality, of royalties, and the 13 bloodlines were the blue blood. And so it just came from there that they were blue blood, cold blooded people. And well, reptiles and reptiles are cold blooded creatures. So that's why they were originally started to be called lizard people. It was just that they didn't turn into lizard people, but they had blue blood. It was cold, and um, so they must be cold blooded people. aka lizards. But then you got loads of conspiracy theories around that they turn into lizards and shapeshift. And in fairness, I don't disagree that there might be some shapeshifting out there. God help us. Some people that I went to school with were grand, good-looking people, and the shape shifted into something nasty now. Ooh, nasty. So maybe there is shape shifting, or just not looking after yourself. Samantha, you're so rude. I know, right? Yeah. Um, yeah, they did. They shape shifted into something rotten. Um, what else about the? Oh, wait now. There's an awful lot of people here in Ireland raged after yesterday. They we had we didn't, because we're Irish, so we didn't have anything. But the British had their the start of their royal celebrations for the Queen yesterday, and Prince Harry, no, not Harry, he wasn't there yesterday. He's there today though, but the Queen's not there today. Oh, that family, honest to God, it's like an Irish travelling family. They're crazy. Now I know I'm after offending a load of English people, but no English people are here, so I'm okay. But yeah, they were talking about the different regiments of the British Army and the British forces, and then the Irish regiment came through, and I'm assuming they're Northern Ireland. Yeah, they'd have to be, yeah, because it was English, Scotland, Wales, all the Commonwealth countries were somehow celebrated yesterday with their armed forces. So anyway, I'm assuming it's Northern Ireland soldiers that were walking through, and the commentator said, and here's the mix. So a load of the news I'll come back to V now in a minute, and you'll laugh. So they were called the mix, and a couple of news channels that I watch on YouTube, because I don't watch the news on the television, I watch it on YouTube. There's a reason why, and mainly it's because if I can watch it on YouTube and I'm like, yeah, you're an ass, whatever, I'm going to answer you because you're annoying me, I will put a comment underneath. Like the other days, one of the newscasters was talking about somebody, and they completely twisted the narrative. They played one clip of what the whole 3 hour speech was about, and they clipped another part to it that wasn't connected to the whole speech at all, and then they put a very rude picture, not rude, very insensitive picture to go along with the story. So of course I got insulted, and of course I said my piece under the news video, because I wasn't very happy with them. But the mix, yeah. So the newscaster was that was reporting on the Queen's trooping of the colours yesterday, called the Irish Regiment the mix, and so the Irish are up in arms now, saying that it's a derogatory term for us and everything. First of all, we're South Ireland. It's not got to do with us. It's the Northern Ireland rank that we're talking about. And apparently the newscaster was saying how good the mix regiment is, that they toe the line and they have manners and they do their army duties as they're supposed to. And he was actually talking fondly about the Northern Ireland regiment. And but yeah, the Irish seem to be having a bit of a conniption over it. But apparently Prince William said it as well a few times. He would call the Irish Army, not the Irish Army, the Northern Ireland army, the mix. Me, I don't care. I'm sure, and I know from reading our history, I know we've been called an awful lot worse than mix. Trust and believe we've been called an awful lot more than mix. So yeah, V. I was about, okay, my mother passed away when I was 9, so I had to be younger than that. So we'll go with 8, just for argument's sake, right? And as soon as V would come on the television, whatever night it came on, my mother would say, "Right, kids, down to bed." Because I'm the youngest. My family are a lot older than me. Um, the brother next to me, I think he's 15 years older than me, something around that. So they're all in their 60s and 70s. So, myself, Mammy would say first, "Come on, children, down to bed. We're not watching this." And Mammy would lead the way, like the Pied Piper. And myself and my niece would be next. And the terrier, Spot, the dog, would come down as well. And we'd all troop down to Mammy's bed, get into Mammy's bed, dog and all, and read books because it was blasphemous to watch that program. We were not allowed to watch that. No, that's okay. I was only 9. The sad part about it is I don't have a lot of memories. Um, I have more memories of the removal and funeral than I have of my mother, which is sad. That's what I find sad about it. Um, I do have some memories, like she would bring me to. That's why I sell makeup as well. Um, it's not for the money, although money is handy when it comes in. It'll pay a bill or two here and there. Um, but it's the fact that Mammy sold makeup, and she was really good at it because she was very, very glamorous woman. Um, so like before there was even beauty parlors, beauty therapists, she would have been the woman that brides around the place would call out to, or because there was very few phones then, of course, um, or they'd ring for her to go and do the bridal parties, make up the bridesmaids, and I actually only learned this recently. I knew I was brought to people's houses. I was never knew why. But yeah, apparently, I'd be the cute little child looking at my mother putting on the makeup on the bride and the flower or the bridesmaids for the wedding. Um, and yeah, it only dawned on me like um that happened. So where was I going with that? Yeah, that's why I sell makeup. It's not. It's for the fact that my mother did it. And do you know what? I don't know what led into that story. Oh, the V. Yeah, we weren't allowed to watch it, and we weren't allowed to watch because for all her glamour and all her lipstick and nail varnish and toenail varnish had to be the same exact same color of red. She never wore any other color but this one specific color of red lipstick, nail varnish for her fingers and her toes. She was very she was makeup mad, clothes mad. Um, well, as she used to call them, rig out mad. Um, so yeah, V. We weren't allowed to watch that. We weren't allowed to watch, and I still haven't watched them. It's really weird. We weren't allowed to watch any of the Monty Pythons, any of them. Like the older ones, watched them all, but no, because we were so young, our minds had to be good because we're good children. What would she say to me now? Actually, do you know what? She'd be probably. I'd probably be the one with no YouTube channel, only whatever, waiting for another 6 people to join so as I hit the 300. And she'd be the one with the big fucking channel. doing her makeup every day and gas. And she would have been. She would have been. Definitely. Because she would talk in front of. She was a great public speaker. Even though they didn't know what public speaking was back then either, it wasn't a thing. Well, it might have been a thing in other countries, but Ireland, it wasn't really a thing. The only person you would have heard, or I'm going to plug this out because my phone's getting hot. The only person you would have really had speaking would have been politicians and stuff. But she would have got up with the politicians, the whoever, and she would have spoke and given her opinion and debated them to the last, because she was very intelligent woman, very, I don't really know. I'll tell you what, as Johnny Depp would say, she was very literate. Very, very literate, yeah. That's what she was. Still don't know what that means, Johnny. Either I don't know what that means, or you certainly don't know the meaning of being literate. But I'm sure they could read and write. Yeah. Now I'm trying to think of what else I wasn't allowed to watch. But yeah, we weren't allowed to watch Monty Python. I still haven't watched them. The Life of Brian and that. Not because of Mammy, but just because I can't be arsed looking for it now. I'm sure it's out there somewhere that you could watch it. Just couldn't be arsed. Look, didn't I laugh me butt off this week at 2 movies that apparently are years old? Whatever, girls, whatever. So I'm easily amused. Waiting for the next set of American Horror Stories to come on. Yeah, Megan J. Yeah. So as I can get caught up in more conspiracy theories, yeah, Megan J. Yeah. The last ones were good. The whole baby adrenochrome thing, that was good. And the Area 51 being a place where alien babies were being born. That was good. I do like American Horror Stories. That's an hour nearly. That's not too bad. I'm talking shite to myself. And thank you all for helping me to think of shite to talk about. That's always good. So, Jen, Cement Shoes, Shmida, love you all. Talk to you all soon. If I do a video out when I'm out with my walk, I might put up a short or something. If I take pictures, it'll be on my stories. And I'll see you on the other side. I don't mean I'm going to die and I'll see you in heaven. No. Actually, we're all going to hell, so it's all right. But no, I just mean I'll see you all on the other side. Bye.